Hey, it's the preacher, and I think you can see I've got a problem. I'm addicted to fermenting. I'm not addicted to wine. A preacher can't be addicted to wine. But a preacher can be addicted to fermenting vegetables and peppers primarily, and cabbage, and making sauerkraut. And for years I have made my own sauerkraut. For years I've made my own pepper sauce, fermenting different kinds of peppers. I've done videos on fermenting cabbage for sauerkraut. I've made it on the countertop in a jar. I've made it in big crocks and canned it for long-term storage. This year I'm doing something I've never done before. I've started making vinegar, and this is cherry vinegar. You may remember me mentioning that I found cherries for $27 for a case of 12 bags of cherries. So obviously I couldn't eat that many cherries, so what I ended up doing was getting them fermenting, and I've let them run all the way till they're now turning, the alcohol is turning over to vinegar. And the same here, this is peach vinegar, and it smells like vinegar, it tastes like vinegar, it's peach vinegar. So what I've been doing is fermenting peppers. These are Tibetan chili peppers, and that's the type of pepper they are. They're Tibetan chilies. You put them in a half-gallon jar like this. You weight them down in salt brine. Then once they're done fermenting, you can run them through a blender. I have a Ninja blender here. Puree them, strain them. Once you get it, this is a concentrate. This is pretty hot. We'll thin this with vinegar. You could thin it with water. I like to use a little vinegar to kind of cut it down and give it a little tang. This here is going to be sriracha sauce, homemade sriracha sauce. This is jalapeno, red jalapeno peppers, fermenting in a salt brine. So I'm trying that. I've also got garlic in here. If that weren't enough, this is also red jalapeno peppers and garlic and salt, and I weighed the peppers. And I've never fermented before in a vacuum sealed bag. I've seen other people do it, but it's new to me. I know it's fermenting because I'm seeing bubbles in here. There was no bubbles when we started. So the salt is pulling out the natural moistures of the peppers, and they're fermenting. Here's another bag. These are 2 pounds of diced, mainly seeded jalapeno peppers and garlic, and this is going to be the basis for my sriracha. So I'll have 2 different kinds of sriracha, 3 batches. I'll have my own vinegar, I'll have a couple, I'll end up with 3 or 4 kinds of hot sauce. So the question for you is this: have any of you ever fermented peppers or fermented vegetables or made your own sauerkraut? I think I've got an addiction. I'm addicted to fermenting, and I don't like all foods fermented. I've tried some vegetables out of the garden fermented. I wasn't a big fan. I'm not big on every kind of ferment there is, but when it comes to peppers, I like hot stuff. I like sauce. I'm addicted to making my own hot sauce. That's why I want to make my own vinegar. Then I can say I made every bit of it. From the vinegar to the hot sauce, all I used was water out of the tap. Anyways, thanks for watching. Pray for me. I've got a fermentation addiction, and pray that I get really good at it and keep enjoying doing it, because I don't have any plans of quitting. See you guys on the next video, which will probably be how to make Tibetan chili hot sauce. See you then.